Hey guys, really quickly before this video starts, I want to let you guys know that I will be giving away this Kilowatt Killers Kabuto that I unboxed during the Great Depression. And I'll be giving it away when we hit 60,000 subscribers, which is still a fair way off, but you should all subscribe to the channel right now and also tell your friends to subscribe and we'll hit it much faster and I can give it away. So yeah, you should do that. Thanks. Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. In this video, I want to try and demonstrate to you guys something kind of interesting about trading, and basically what that interesting thing is figuring out how many hours you would have to work at a minimum wage job to buy your dream unusual. Obviously, we know that trading is a long and tedious road, and there is not really a guarantee of you even getting the item at the end of it. Now, with a job that is also long and tedious sometimes, but you're guaranteed to make money at least. And you'll probably make more from doing an hour of a regular job than you would an hour of regular trading in a TF2 server. This idea kind of came to mind because somebody told me that they were going to be getting a job and that their first paycheck they were going to buy a fairly high tier TF2 unusual, which got me thinking, how many hours would you have to work at minimum wage, at least for my country, England, to get some of the highest tier hats in the game, or the hats people would be happy with? So minimum wage for somebody over the age of 18 in England, according to Google, is £6.15 or $7.66. Your actual pay, depending on your job, varies massively. So to keep it simple, we're going to stick with these numbers, but people might be earning more, some people might be earning less. But over here, that is the minimum wage an 18-year-old would get. Obviously, if you're a bit younger, that might change as well, but that's what I'm working with. I also don't know how tax works, so we're just going to pretend it doesn't exist. I was thinking of starting with my Disco Beatdown Hong Kong coin, which has tragically dropped from around $236 or so down to $130, which in pounds would be £189 down to £104. So if you do 104 divided by £6.15, you will find out that to be able to afford a Disco Beatdown Hong Kong coin, which is a fairly high tier hat, a really nice hat, you would only have to work for 17 hours. It might sound a lot, you obviously wouldn't work it in one go, or maybe you could, I don't really know, but most people who are working a part-time job will very, very easily hit that number in a month. Maybe even some people hit them in a week, maybe people do double of that in a week. I have no idea, but I hit this number easily and I only work one day for 6 hours. Because I do a retail job around Christmas, I end up getting more hours, so at some points I was easily doing 17 hours a week, so doing it over the whole month to be able to buy one of these unusuals isn't too bad. And if you really only wanted to do 17 hours over the whole month, you'd only really have to work like 4 hours a week, which isn't that bad. Let's move on now to the example I got given which inspired this idea, the Sunbeam's Blighted Beak. This hat is currently sitting at 220 keys, which is worth $387 or £310. Doing the same sum as before, you would find that 310 divided by 615 would mean you have to work 50 hours to get this hat. Again, a lot of people who work part-time will very, very easily hit this number. I also figured it out, so if you wanted to earn this hat in a month, you would have to do 12 hours a week, which is very doable, which is literally less than 2 hours a day for a month, which is pretty simple. Obviously, your job might not give you those types of shifts because asking for 2 hours a day at most places won't be very helpful. So you'll probably have different shifts and you might have to spread them out over 2 months, but even so, that's not too bad to wait, and it's actually infinitely quicker than trying to trade up for that hat from scratch in game. You may as well work an extra month for it. Okay, so now let's talk about the Burning Team Captain. We're going to take the price of 2,000 keys instead of the super old backpack.tf price of 6,600, since the cheapest I've found is 2,000 keys, and then there's one on Marketplace for a little bit more than that. So we're going with 2,000. So if you take 2,000 keys and find the value of that, you would get $3,520, which is £2,818. Then if you do that by the minimum wage, you would have to work 458 hours to be able to own a Burning Team Captain. I did actually try and do the maths about how much you would have to work in 1 month to make this, but you would have to do 16-hour days every single day for a whole month to be able to afford the hat. And as nice as it is, I also like playing video games, so I don't want to work all the time. Also, I don't even know if working that much is legal. I mean, it probably is. Some people probably do it, but yeah, I'd die. And this would only really work if you have literally nothing else to pay for and all of this money is going towards this hat. You've probably got bills you have to pay or other expenses, so you'll have to work longer to be able to afford this hat and a bunch of the other things you actually need. And I think once you have that money in your bank account, you'll look at the Burning Team captain and think, I could do a lot more with this money. And then you might go out and buy a car or something. I don't know. Okay, so I'm just going to rapid fire a few nice items that you might want to buy and how long you're going to have to work to get them. So the Scorching Team Captain, 192 hours. For the Golden Pan, you would have to work 416 hours. For the Burning Killer Exclusive, it's 310 hours. And for the Scorching one, it is 245 hours. So, I mean, when you get to these like god tier items and god tier hats, you'll see that the hours you have to put in get much, much higher because they're much, much more expensive, which, you know, makes sense. And it is very, very daunting seeing you're going to have to work 416 hours to get the Golden Pan, but that sounds so much better than trading for 416 hours to working towards a pan that you might not be able to afford by the end of it. I think what's good about TF2 like currency and having keys in your backpack is that you're not tempted to just spend the keys when you've got them. They're sitting there for a purpose to trade with, whereas if you've got money, then you might be tempted to order a pizza every now and then, and that's taken away from your Golden Pan money. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I just wanted to try and show you guys that working a part-time job towards an item that you really want might actually be a lot easier than trying to trade for it yourselves. Even if you get a part-time job and just buy keys or something like that, you would be able to buy so many more cool items that you want with just like a minimum hours, minimum wage part-time job, which is not too bad. So yeah, that's going to do it for the video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are new, and also leave a like on the video as well. Let me know you want to see more of this type of stuff. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.